Jill Young, and I just wanted to talk about week 1. In case my voice cut out, this is Dr. Young, and I have decided to record some videos for every assignment that we do in this class to see if it will help, grades start out higher in the course. So basically, what I want to do is go to week 1 and talk about the discussion post and the individual work assignment. Starting with the discussion post, what I find is, during the first week, students are usually all over the place when it comes to posts, responses. So I'm going to clarify this for you and see if it might help you start out on a strong foot in the course. So, excuse me, I have a little cold. Basically what you're going to do here is read the following paragraph. While HR manager can be used to refer to many positions within the HR department, each member of such a department has a specific function in maintaining human resource management in a larger organization. This discussion will reveal the many facets of HR management that help a company operate more efficiently. So basically, you're going to answer these 3 questions. Now, I think what happens is a lot of students will read that and then just move on and do it without reading the rest of all this down here. But this does matter. What you want to do is make sure to answer each bullet thoroughly. And you need to respond to 2 other posts. It doesn't matter if it's me and another student or 2 other students. But the main post needs to be pretty lengthy. And when substantive means we're talking paragraphs. We're not talking sentences. So you want to make sure that you feel that you think about the question and really answer it, every single question in detail. And if you find that you have trouble answering the question, then do some research. Go to the internet. One thing I want to say about that is don't use, if you're going to do that, go to like Forbes.com, Businessweek, magazines and newspapers, academic journals, through the Everest Online Library. Do not use About.com, don't use Wikipedia, don't use eHow, because they're not credible. They have nothing to do with, they're not factual. They're probably somebody posted, uploaded what they do or how they do things on there, and they just, there's no credibility there, so don't do that. Make sure that you are using APA format. When I say APA format, I'm talking about references and I'm talking about in-text citations. So make sure that you have a reference list and an in-text citation for each of the references in your reference list. APA format is right here. You can go right here on this tab. You see me? Wait a minute, let me move my little screen in a little. APA style. Make sure to go there. And on that tab, in that little menu, when you click onto that, it's going to take you to another page. Hopefully, if we can get there. Hold on a second. There goes my internet. Fun times. There we go. Okay, go back to, if it'll let me. Let's see. No, it's not letting me. That's supposed to take you to an APA style page. Let's see. Well, it's not doing that. So I'm going to go there manually. the OWL at Purdue is a wonderful site for APA format. If you haven't visited it, you should. Basically what it does is it gives you sample papers, it gives you templates, it gives you examples. So let's say I want to go to, I want to cite a website. I don't know, something off Business Week or somewhere. Look at this. Here we go. See this here? This is a template. Just plug the information in. Or here's an actual example. That's what it would look like. That would be in your reference list. Well, you might ask, well, what's my reference list look like? Well, that's at the end of your post, and it's titled References. It's about that easy, really. I want to give you we're going to go ahead and go with the sample paper. And then we're going to go down to the bottom, the back of it. Let's see here, hopefully. Everything's slow tonight, so I apologize in advance that everything I'm trying to show you is not working out. Let's see. Let's try that again. Here we go. Maybe. Hopefully. There we go. Okay, so let's go to the end of this. Now, I understand that these we're talking about your discussion posts, but nevertheless, you still need to provide a reference list and an in-text citation. So you're going to need to do that even for your discussion posts. So and this is for your papers as well. I mean, absolutely, you will need to do them in your papers. And let's see, here we go. I think maybe. So those are appendixes. I'm sorry. There we go. That's what a reference page looks like. See that? Look at that. You've got your authors. You see the first line? How it's not indented, but the second line is? And any subsequent lines would be indented as well. Look at the Tidwell example there. Tidwell, the third one down. It's got 3 lines. The second and third ones are indented. That's how APA format is in APA. You indent the second and subsequent lines. So anyway, use that format, and within the body of your the body of your post, like whatever you're writing, you need to provide in-text citation so I know which part of the post is sourced. Like this, and the way they do it there is they use the author's last name and say, like here, Cummings et al. 2002. That is one way to do it. Another way to do it is, let me find another way to do it. Right here, the end of the sentence. They took this information here and contrast where that sentence starts. They used that information came from a source. And this is how they cited it in the text, with the 2 last names of the authors and the year. So anyway, without going into too much of that, just so you know, that is, the proper way to do APA format. You're not going to get it right the first time. You might not even get it right the second time. But you're going to be able to practice and learn it. That's the important thing. So anyway, you're going to do that for your discussion posts. We were back on the discussion post here. But the site that I just showed you, what should happen is when you click on APA style, it's supposed to go ahead and go right there. So for your discussion post, just make sure that you cite your sources, reply to at least 2 of your classmates or me, and those responses need to be a minimum of a paragraph to either me and the classmate or the 2 classmates. And that's 5 sentences minimum. Responses need to be at least 5 sentences minimum or a paragraph. So if you have any questions or concerns about your discussion assignment, please email me. I'll be glad to assist you. Thank